Okay, so Sekiro, shadows die twice, or to give it its full name, you'll die a lot of times, but shadows die twice. It came out in March, and there's been a big fallout over how hard it is. And a lot of people have been calling for an easy mode, and it's from Software, which is an annoying name to say when you're saying from Software. And they made the likes of Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, those sort of games, and they're notorious for their hard difficulty. It's sort of their identity from Software. And there was a Forbes article that came out, which sort of sparked off this debate. And they said, this particular journalist said, it disrespected gamers. And that's what caused quite the controversy, to say that they didn't trust gamers to sort of be in control of their own experience, and that you had to go through this punishing experience, and they didn't allow an easy mode for gamers to experience the game in the way that they wanted, and it was disrespectful to the gamers. That was the argument from the Forbes article, and I just wondered what everyone else thought about easy modes in general. Should every game have an easy mode, and just what do they think about game difficulties in general?
We cannot go further with this conversation though without, me personally taking my hat off to the guy that came up with the meme. And the meme that was in response to this was from someone who called himself PC Gamer, was saying that I finished the game on easy mode and I have no problem with that. So his response was, you cheated not only the game but yourself. You didn't grow, you didn't improve, you took a shortcut and gained nothing. You experienced a hollow victory. Nothing was risked and nothing was gained. It's sad that you don't know the difference. And that has
Brilliant.
just gone nuts. Even Sega themselves have gone out and done they've done two posts. One for which is actually taken the mickey out of themselves with Sonic Boom, where you could do that cheat where you can jump up with pause, jump up, and basically saying, hey, you can cheat in this game. But the best one was when they referred to Sonic 2 Marble, the second level.
It was Sonic 1 Marble Zone. Yeah.
Sonic 1, sorry, yeah, you're right, sorry. And yeah, you got that glitch in there where if you just stand in the right point when it goes down, it just catapults you through to the end of the level within 18 seconds or something like that. And then the end sequence I don't know if I'll give you extra editing time to put a screenshot of that up on the screen.
What I would say is check out the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter. Anyone that hasn't already. Yeah. Not just to save me editing time, but that is a great Twitter account, and that is an example of an account that does social media very well, and they're very good at making memes and stuff like that. And that was a particularly brilliant meme that they made.
Well, they hopped on that. I just realised I wasn't following Europe Sega. Well, strange. I'm sure I was. Anyway, but yeah. Does anyone have a take on whether we need easy games mode on every game, or?
No, I just think like gamers are so entitled. Like honestly, like it's like almost like no other entertainment arena. Like you don't get this with films or like TV shows to an extent maybe, but like gamers are just so entitled. Like they always think that the developers owe them something. It just pisses me right off. Like some games are just hard. It's just how it is. And no, honestly, like even thinking back to the Mega Drive. Did anyone ever play The Immortal on the Mega Drive?
Oh yes, yes.
That game is the hardest game. Honestly, I've never got past the first 15 minutes of that game without dying. And you know what? It's a great game. And it's frustrating, but it's also interesting because if it was any easier, it would be crap. Like really. And I think some games are hard, some games are easy. Like if you want an easy game, then go and play Sonic Forces. That's fine. It's not that. It's what it is. I just think people need to stop whinging about the smallest things. Like not every game is designed to be for everyone. 7-year-olds shouldn't be playing a game like that anyway. Like if you're an adult, then work at it. Just fucking practice. Like just grind it out. My God. You know what I mean? Like get off your ass and fucking work for it. My God.
It's funny you mentioned Immortal. I actually remember. I have very clear memories of playing that at the Sega hotline and everyone gathering around the 30 centimeter screen just to see what fate was before fatalities. I think were even a thing.
Yeah.
Seeing bodies splitting in half, chests and heads exploding. That was awesome. 16-bit. What they call it? Jibs? Is that what they call it? Ash, what do you think of easy moding games?
I'm easy. No, I think like it's all about intent, right? It's about I think Jim Sterling did a video on it. It was really interesting. It's about there's nothing inherently wrong with making a game easy if you want to have an easy mode, but it depends on what you want to do. It's like, you could say that about anything. And if they'd been the other way and they put an easy mode in, people would bitch because there'd be an easy mode, right? The point is, if you don't want to play it, don't. And part of the experience is to make it hard. It's a hard game. There's millions of other games out there. It's like someone saying, movies like 2001. You've seen 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking incomprehensible first time you watch it. But you've got to watch it again. It's a hard film to get your head into. And it's more rewarding after watching it again and you actually get it. It's not for everyone. Loads of people probably hate it for that reason. But that's just what it is. Watch something else. Doesn't really, or don't, or make it digestible. Just stop moaning. Some games are just fucking hard.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. When you said it's not all games have to be for everyone, which is right, and I think some people want all games to be for everyone, which just isn't going to be the case, especially From Software's perspective. They're developers that sort of are notorious, as I said earlier, for hard games, and that's their identity, and they want to give gamers a challenge. And to give an easy mode, people say, well, if you give an easy mode, you can still play it on hard. And it's not taking away anything from people that want to play on hard. But I think it sort of is. If they give gamers an easy way out to play these games, it's just not the same as if you were to have to go through a hard game. And I think it's all down to the developers' vision for a game as well. If they don't want to make a game easy, to say it's disrespectful for a lack of easy mode, I don't think so. I think if you don't like it, play another game. There are plenty of people, and this game's got great reviews, by the way, Sekiro. I think it got 9.5 from IGN, and it's been getting great reviews. And people like challenging games. I like challenging games. I like Cuphead because it's challenging. And lots of people, it gives replay value as well. You can go back and play it. I don't, sometimes I'm in the mood for easy games where I can just relax and sit back and, kick back and play. And sometimes I want a challenge. I think it's good to have that difference. And I think to try and force easy modes on all games is wrong. I think it should be down to the developers to sort of do what they like with games, and we've always got a choice,
Yeah. I was just going to say that I keep away from those hard games myself personally. I'm not that big into, I don't know, Meat Boy, for example, which just basically almost to the point of making fun of the gamer and their lack of skill. But I know that from playing Super Meat Boy, that if you fail in that game, it's because you screwed up. It's not because of bad game design or bad controls. The controls are tight. It's up to you to get it right. So, but I mean, that's a decision that I make. I keep away from those games, and I respect the fact that those game developers that make their games insanely hard, they're doing it because that's what their intention is. They want this to be for those type of gamers.
Can you imagine the argument the other way, and how ridiculous it would sound? So, like a ridiculous game, like Polly Pocket Island Adventure on the DS. Like, I want an extreme mode. Why isn't there an extreme mode? Like, what are you talking about? Like not every game needs to be for every single person. Like, again, Resident Evil is probably not going to be for a 4-year-old. That's fine. I think developers do so much work, and they put their heart into it, and then there's always someone who will criticize just because gamers are, like I said earlier, just the most entitled people in the world. So I think just enjoy the games that are for you. The ones that aren't, don't worry about it. And should we just all get on with our lives? That'd be really good.
I think to say it's disrespectful for a lack of an easy mode, I think it'd be more disrespectful to insist on an easy mode and say, well, you guys, you're not very good at games, are you? You're not too clever. So we're gonna put an easy mode in to make it all easier for you. That'd be more disrespectful.
Hello, you idiots! Have a go at that. So my favourite games are FTL and Binding of Isaac. I played them loads. FTL I've never completed it. This game's been out about 5-6 years. It's so hard. Never ever completed it ever once. But I still play it. It's incredibly hard. I love it. Kind of Isaac, I'm much better at. I've sunk hundreds of hours into it, and the first sort of 70 of those hours, I would rarely finish a game because it's that hard. But it's so rewarding. The fact you get into it and you become so much better, you learn the mechanics of the game, all sort of thing. That's the payoff for it, and that is just the intent. Sometimes life isn't fair. And what Sorax was saying before about, it's insulting. It's insulting. The idea of insinuating something's insulting is quite insulting because it's this is bad. Just watch something else, play something else, do something else. Shut up, right?
Yes.
It's this whole concept of everyone needs to be happy about everything all the time. Life sometimes just isn't fair, and it's just entertainment. There's bigger things going on in the world. Like,
yeah, it's this idea of you need to win to have fun as well. No, a challenge in a game is fun. You don't have to win to have fun. And also, I think when people argue about accessibility in games, I think that's a different subject. Game Blast, they did good work, and lots of people like Mean Machine Dean and Gamer Muso did streams for Game Blast, and I donated to them, which allows disabled gamers to play games using different motions in their body and stuff, and providing the technology for that. That's a completely different argument to easy modes in games, I think. So that I'm all for. Letting people, all types of people enjoy games. I'm absolutely all for that. But I think when you're, trying to force games to have an easy mode, that's where I've got a problem. It's down to the developers, and if you don't like it, you can play something else.
It's almost like people have played it and aren't good enough, and rather than go, well, I'm not good enough, they've gone, this is the developer's fault. No, just be better. Practice. My God, put some hours in. Just everything that is wrong with the world, just down to one little, whittle down to one little bloody, minor thing regarding one game.
The Google Stadia, which has a Google Stadia assistant, apparently, which if you get stuck on a certain point in the game, you can quickly press a button and it will show you a YouTube video of how to exactly get past that particular moment in the game. It's just, why not just watch a movie if you want to do that? Try and beat the game yourself.
I was going to say that there are games out there that will actually play the game for you at that point, and then you can take over once the game has got past that difficult moment. And I think
it's not a game, is it?
Yeah, I know. Super Mario, I think, on the Wii U, I think that was the first game to do it. On Super Mario 3D, I might be wrong. I'm not too sure which game it was, but one of the Mario Brothers, had which one?
Mario Galaxy 2, I think it was.
Did it have the assist mode?
Assist mode, yeah. That was Galaxy, yeah.
Wow. That's way back in Wii era. So, yeah, that's really disappointing that it's been around with us for so long, that mode.
Because also that is a game that's supposed to appeal to children as well. You're not cutting people up. You're whimsically flying around planet. If a 7-year-old's playing and getting frustrated, there's no harm in saying, I have a little bit of help. But what Sean was saying, I was saying before about the whole thing with disabled gamers, that's really interesting because I could imagine people arguing about difficulty in relation to disabled games as well. And I think that's really fraught because you obviously should make games accessible, but people suggesting making them easier for disabled gamers as well, that's not cool because someone that might be disabled, they might not want to all play easy games as well. It kind of runs counter to make it accessible for people who don't want to have challenge versus make it accessible for people who struggle physically to do some of these things. Don't mix the two up, and I think some people might, and that's a bit offensive as well. Because if you have got Carlsberg, mate of mine, really great lady, she's awesome. She's got disability, she has issues with disability in games. She's very open about it, and it's interesting. But she likes hard games. She likes all kinds of games. There's no reason why it completely runs counter to all of that in the case of disabled gamers. It's absolutely not cool. And I think it's just circumstance.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, 100%.
But what's quite funny is modders have actually modded Sekiro to make an easy mode. So if you want to play an easy mode, it's out there. And I love the gaming community for this. There are so many talented people out there. They did this with the likes of Fallout and things like that. They make such great mods, and it's such a great community. And they're calling it journalist mode. So if you want to play easy mode / journalist mode, it's out there if you want to play it.
Nice.
Sorry, I cut out there, but I just caught journalist mode and I got the...
It reminds me of Cuphead, where the journalist couldn't get past the tutorial, which was quite
man, that was insanely bad. What were they thinking? Oh, yeah. You just brought back bad... Yeah, you just brought back bad memories on seeing that.